Hey everyone, welcome to another Fright Friday. Today we are talking about a brand new movie, which is, not common for my channel because I don't usually pick up brand new movies, but I did make an exception for this one because it is made by a Maritimer from Jason Eisner from Nova Scotia. And he also directed Hobo with a Shotgun, and this just came out, and I thought I would pick it up and give it a review. So I hope you'll stick around. We'll talk a bit about cast, production, critical reception, my thoughts on the film, and all that jazz. So make sure you stick around. Thank you to everybody who is subscribed. I'm now up to 221 subscribers. So welcome to everybody who has joined my channel recently. I really appreciate you deciding to follow along as I trip through this weird physical media journey and movie reviewing. If you like these kinds of videos, consider giving me the thumbs up, subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at Night Owl Video. But for now, let's talk about this film, Kids versus Aliens. Woo, woo, woo. This is a film that was put out last year. It's a sci-fi horror. It's directed, like I said, by Jason Eisner, who did Hobo with a Shotgun. This is his second, as far as I can tell, this is his second full-length feature film. This stars Dominic Mariachi, who apparently was in it says Snow Day 2022, so I don't know, did they do a remake of Snow Day, and if so, why? But anyway, he's in that, as well as Are You Afraid of the Dark, which also I think it says 2021, so you have to excuse me, I haven't seen a lot of these things, but it also stars Phoebe Rex from the TV series From, which I have not yet checked out, but I've heard great things about it. Also, Caleb McDonald, who was in the Umbrella Academy, as well as Trailer Park Boys. Asher Grayson, who was in a TV show called Scaredy Cats. And, of course, briefly, Jonathan Torrens, who was also in Trailer Park Boys, as well as the co-host of the CBC show Street Sense. Who remembers that show? If you're a Canadian, show of hands, who remembers Street Sense? I remember that show. Even though I was probably a little too old for it, I do remember watching it because it was kind of actually an interesting show. So the synopsis for this film is: when Gary and Samantha's parents are out of town on Halloween weekend, a rager of a teenage house party turns to terror when aliens attack, forcing siblings to band together to survive the night. So this will be a fairly short review because there wasn't, as a new movie, there's not a lot of notes, production notes and things like that. But this is a joint production between Cinepocalypse, Bloody Disgusting, Shut Up and Color Pictures, Your Dead Productions, and Studio 71. And I believe Your Dead Productions is Jason Eisner's company, or he's part of that company. My apologies if I'm wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. This is a spin-off from the for those of you maybe unfamiliar, there's a series of movies called VHS. It's V/H/S. And this apparently is a spin-off from the VHS franchise and feature-length adaptation of something called Slumber Party Alien Abduction, which was Jason Eisner's submission to the 2013 anthology film VHS 2. This film had its premiere at Fantastic Fest in September of last year and was released in the United States in January of 2023 by RLJE Films and Shudder, the horror movie streaming service. Principal photography for this film began in December of 2021 in Nova Scotia. In September of 2022, Jason Eisner has allegedly stated that there are tentative plans to make more sequels to this film. So, now the critical reception, currently this film only holds a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes if you follow such things. One critic said Kids vs. Aliens occasionally comes close to offering the goofy fun promised by the title, although the end result is ultimately rather forgettable. Another reviewer said, quote, in keeping with our current pop-tomistic age, Kids vs. Aliens keeps the aggressive neon splatter but loses the cynicism. A choice that, for all the F-bombs and fake blood, makes it a surprisingly pure film. And that was a review from Katie Rife from RogerEbert.com. My thoughts on this film, I found the swearing was really off-putting. There's way too much swearing in this movie. I know it's supposed to be maybe teenagers nowadays swear that much. I don't know, but it's just like every second word was a swear word, and I found it really kind of off-putting. But otherwise, I thought the acting was really good for these young actors, especially the lead actress, which I said her name a minute ago, Phoebe Rex. She was really, really good in this film. Very convincing. I like the way the aliens were kind of shot. Like, you didn't see them really, like... There were a couple of parts where you did see them fall on, and that was it took me out of it a little bit. But for the most part, the aliens were kind of in the background, and it kind of reminded me, if you've seen the film Dog Soldiers, the way they shot the werewolves in that movie, like, kind of... You just kind of got like these like sneak peeks of them, but you didn't really get like the full on. And I like that because it kind of creates this bit of mystery about the creatures and what they are, even though you can see they're like the gray aliens with the big eyes and the skinny bodies, but they're kind of shot in a way like that. Like it creates a sense of mystery, I guess, what I'm trying to say. The main bad guy in this movie, and I don't know which one of those actors it is, I can't remember, but I really could not... And so, I would say, I wish I remember this guy's name. Maybe it was... Yeah, I don't really know, but there's one character in the film who's really mean. There's a picture of him there on the back. He's kind of like the bad teenager, and he kind of influences Phoebe Rex's character to have this house party. That actor is really good at being a real jerk of a character. Like, every time he was on the screen, I was just, I couldn't stand him. He was just your typical high school jock idiot. And I was just praying that the aliens were going to chew him up. I won't spoil the ending for you, but that actor, whatever his name is, he's really convincing in that role. So hats off to him for doing that. But overall, this was a pretty fun movie. It's low budget. But like I said, with the lighting, there's a lot of those purples and pinks. There's the aliens are kind of masked a little bit. The child actors were all really good. I mean, really convincing, really enjoyable. I did start to watch some of the commentary here with Jason Eisner, and he was talking about some of his influences from the 80s. And so you can clearly see that this is coming from like E.T., The Goonies, The Lost Boys, like all those kind of like 80s kid sort of horror movies. It definitely had that kind of vibe to it, so that was really cool. I love that nostalgia. So yeah, I really like this movie. I would probably give this a 3.75 out of 5. I hate to pick it apart just because of the swearing, but I found that really off-putting, like just unnecessary. But I don't want that to sway you either way, because it is a kind of a fun little movie. Kids kind of, like the kids getting their, like being creative with their weapons to fight back against the aliens and things like that. And I don't want to spoil it too much for you, because this is a really new movie on DVD, and some people may not have seen it yet, especially my friends in the Maritimes. So this edition is quite nice, actually. This is just the DVD. I couldn't find the Blu-ray at my local Walmart. I got this at my local Walmart for $12.88 plus tax, which I thought was a reasonable price. It has feature commentary with director Jason Eisner, something called Slime Time, The Making of Kids and Aliens, as well as storyboards. So I really haven't done a deep dive. I do want to finish the commentary, because Jason's stories are really, really entertaining. There's the back. If you wanted to see, there's some pictures of the kids. Now, the kids in the movie are making their own movie, so it's a movie within a movie. So that's kind of cool, and I like movies that have that as a part of it. It's kind of cool. It comes in this. Not many movies come in those clear DVD cases, but this one does. And I'll show you the disc is just the cover art, which is nothing special. But on the inside, it has reversible cover art, which I thought is really cool. So there's the alternate cover art for it. Yeah, it's really cool. So if you like a bunch of kids, Super 8 would be another reference maybe, although that's a little newer of a reference. But if you like those kind of movies where the kids gang up to fight the threat, the creature or whatever, you're probably going to enjoy this. It's quite funny. I have to say I'm getting a little sick of the pink and purples, but I guess that's kind of the flavor now, especially with a lot of these types of shows and movies. But yeah, really fun movie. You can pick this up at your local Walmart in Canada for, well, I got mine for $12.88. I would guess this is still streaming on Shudder. I don't have Shudder, but I would guess this is actually a co-production with Shudder, so I would assume this is still streaming on there. You can rent it on Amazon Prime as well as Apple TV. This is I'm going to assume a Region 1 DVD. The runtime is 75 minutes, so, not a huge time commitment. And like I said, this is put out through RLJE Entertainment or Films. If you want to know more, it does say Shudder.com on the back, so I'm sure you can go there and find out more about it. But yeah, this was a cool little movie. I would recommend this for, like I said, fans of those kind of 80s Goonies, E.T., Lost Boys, Super 8, those kind of movies, and pretty fun movie. So let me know what your thoughts are on this film if you've seen it. It is fairly new, so maybe a lot of people haven't gotten a chance to see it yet, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give me the thumbs up if you like this review or if you like this kind of content. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video, where I do weekly posts about what's coming up in the current week. So anyway, until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or, just out and about somewhere. Until then, take good care of yourselves.